Welcome back to the UTL Podcast, número dos. I'm Robin.
Lex.
Let's go.
So we just finished our first episode yesterday.
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking, bro. I was scared.
I was too. How do you think it went?
And in honest, at a 10 scale, I would say 6.
Yeah.
If I was to be honest, there was a
Same
few
here,
little
same
things,
here.
but
It's definitely something brand new, and trying to get better at it with each day that passes, and every time we keep doing this over and over. But I had a good time though.
no, it was cool. It was cool.
I had a
It
really
was
good
cool.
time doing it. And so how's your day been?
It's been good. Hopefully it gets better, but it's been good.
It's been
Yours?
good. Same. Hopefully later after this podcast we go out running or go to the gym. I know I need it. I definitely need it.
Same, Salvador.
But yeah, so today we're just gonna be talking about things that we like. And most of our podcasts usually will be on scales of 1 to 10 things that we like. So for today's topic, we're gonna be talking about favorite games and board games of the 80s and 90s.
Oof.
So nostalgia at its finest.
Are we rating this from 10 to worst? From 10 worst, 1 being favorite, or you just put in 10?
So it's 1 to 10, and 1 being our favorite.
Favorite?
But we're gonna start with our number 10s and up 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
There's probably a lot of these games that most people may not know.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot that don't know.
But we will put up photos of and images of the games as we name them. So I'm gonna start off with you. What would be your number 10?
I'm gonna have to
Go ahead.
Okay, so hold up.
So while you look for that,
okay,
I'll mention my number 10.
Okay, go ahead.
So my number 10 is Trouble. I don't know if anyone remembers Trouble. It was that game that you had that dice in the middle. You had to push it. It would pop up. That I would consider my number 10. It wasn't my favorite, but it was has fun. A very nostalgic value, and there's always good memories around it.
Okay, so then I'm gonna say mine, Operation.
Operation.
Okay. Where you picked up the piece, we do.
That was actually my number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
That was my number 7, Operation, and it's still a really good selling game nowadays.
I got it with Camille. We played it, so.
Never actually played it with my kids, but
I played it with Camille.
It is a nerve-wracking game.
We learned one thing: she couldn't surgery for nothing.
Yeah, balance is key. You can't be nervous in that game.
No. So what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Topple.
I can't say I heard that one. Topple.
Topple was this platform that balanced. It was kind of squared and had different layers, and there was a thing holding it, and you put pieces on top.
Como Jenga, or no?
No.
Never heard of that one.
Dang, you really never heard of Topple?
No. I'm gonna have to see it when they see it. Go there, look at. I never heard of that one.
Look it up real quick on your phone. I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows what Topple is.
Got it. Okay.
You never seen that in your life?
Honestly, no.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a whole. If you never seen it in your life, that's crazy.
No.
Okay.
I said no.
Okay, so what is your number 9?
Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay. Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah.
I actually didn't have that on my list at all.
That was mine. Ese. You know what that is, right?
I know what it is. I was never good at it.
All
I did was just go around the corners and just try to color it all in.
Pero como quieran.
Yeah.
That's 1. What's number 8 for you?
That was fun. 8 for me was Bed Bugs.
Bed Bugs. I remember that one.
Do you really?
I remember that one, pero no lo jugué.
So it was a bed and it had a bunch of bugs and it would shake and you had to pick it out.
You had to pick it. Sí, I remember that. But you had con una pinza.
Con una pinza.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you say pinza?
Oh man, pliers.
No, pinza. Yeah, well, we know what pinza is. Lo de la ceja, ¿verdad?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know how to say that in English. Damn.
Beans, but it was pinza. You got the pinza and you got that. So
Yeah, little things like little.
we gotta find out what pinza.
We'll find out what it is. I don't even know how to say that in English. Okay. So that was my number 8. What was your number 8?
Perfection.
Perfection. Okay, yeah, another nerve-wracking game. It's not on my list. I never had it, but yeah, that game was
You had like 60 seconds to get everything
yeah,
right, and then it will just
and I
pop
never
up.
got it.
Yeah.
Did you ever get it?
Yeah.
I never did.
Yeah. I
Never
mean, I
ever.
mastered it from failing a whole bunch of times, but eventually, yeah.
So that was your 7?
That was my 8th.
That was your 8.
Yeah, but it's 7 now.
7 for me was Operation, which we already spoke about. What was your 7?
Hungry Hippo.
Damn, I forgot about Hungry Hippo. I would have added it on the list, but I completely forgot about
Hungry Hippo.
Wow.
That game was fun.
That game was shit.
Yeah,
That was a really good game.
Yeah, Hungry Hippo. You messed up on that one, buddy.
I did.
Yeah,
I actually want one now. I never owned it.
Neither did I. But I would play it at school. It was somewhere else, but it was fun.
Always around.
It was never around in Toys R Us to get it. It was always sold out. The truth.
True.
La verdad, you never saw it anywhere because it was always sold out.
So number 6. This one you probably won't know. Dizzy Dinosaur.
No.
Yeah, you had no childhood.
No.
Dizzy Dinosaur was a dinosaur that you would wind up. You had pieces and you had to go around a circle to a certain point. But once you rolled the dice and it landed on the dinosaur part of the dice, you had to wind them up and he would spin around and then just go into a direction and knock people off the board.
No.
If you got knocked off the board, then you had to start again.
No, definitivamente I don't know. No.
Dang. And probably nobody out there probably knows what that is either. All right, so that was my 6. What was your number 6?
Mine's Let's Go Fishing.
Oh, you mean the
piranha, the stick,
dang,
yank him out.
I didn't put that one either.
And that was a fun game, bro.
That was a fun game.
That was my number 6. You need to rethink your list, buddy.
No, I remember my list, but yeah, that was really old school.
That was
it still exists today.
Yeah.
In different really cheap versions of it.
So the Let's Go Fishing one.
That's your 6.
That's my 6. What's your 5th?
My 5th is Mousetrap.
That was fun. It's not on my list.
I think Mousetrap was really just to build it and just
destroy
let the trap go, because that was just the fun part of it, watching it go. But I don't really remember much of the game. I never had it. I think my cousin had it, and yeah, every time we went, I visited her. We would play that game. What was your 5?
Mine was Guess Who.
That's my 4.
Maybe not 5. Guess Who.
Guess Who.
For all who don't know,
what? One thing which I later learned is me and my brother, when we would play that, we would ask, is it a boy or a girl? And that's not a question I think you're allowed to ask.
I mean, that's half of the...
Yeah, that's the half of the board.
Half of the board.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a really fun game. So that was your number...
My 5th.
Your 5th.
So ahora estamos en el cuarto.
4 for me was Guess Who. What's your 4th?
Do you remember Mr. Mouth?
Mr. Mouth?
Yeah, it was a big frog, and you had the flies, and you had to try to slap the flies into the mouth while it was spinning.
Oh, it sounds familiar, but I never seen
Mr.
it in
Mouth,
person. I played it.
It was 4 people, and you had to try to smack the flies into the mouth, and whoever got all the flies in first won.
No, never played that.
Mr. Mouth, yeah.
I gotta find an image of that and see what it looked like. All right. Number 3. You probably don't know what this is. 13 Dead End Drive.
No. Don't know.
So it was like a haunted mansion type of thing, and they had booby traps, kind of like a mix of Clue, but it had booby traps. And when you landed somewhere, you were trying to kill an opponent. It was just a fun game because it had moving pieces and things like that. And I think that was one of the things as a kid back in the day, is if you had a board game that had moving pieces, that was really fun.
That was it.
Yeah. 13 Dead End Drive. I didn't have it, but my cousin did. So every time I went over there,
That's what you guys played.
that's what we would play. So that's my number 3.
My number 3 is the game Memory.
Memory.
Yeah, it was like a card game, and they would be scattered, and you had to remember the same 2 cards. So if there was 2 cards with the cards, and you had the part, you had to remember out of all the ones which one it was.
Okay, I mean,
Memoria.
Yeah, I just never heard that there was actually a game.
Yeah, it was.
And that's your number 3 out of all of it?
Yeah, to me, I had a blast playing Memory, bro.
Oh my
I would
god.
play that with my sisters and my aunt all the time. Memory. So yeah, Memory.
The game was called Memory, or you
Memory.
guys?
The game was
it?
called Memory.
Okay. Yeah, I never heard of it.
For us, it was Memoria. Was the same thing. Memory. Like you go right now on Google and look for Memory, you'll find it.
Okay. Dang. Yeah, never heard of that one. So number 2 for me, you probably never heard of this either. Back Off Buzzard.
No.
Yeah. It's a board game with a pyramid in the middle, and the pyramid had a big buzzard. What's another word for a buzzard? It's the bird. Vulture. A big vulture that would go around, and you had your pieces that would go around the board, and then it would land on a pyramid. And when you landed on the pyramid, if someone rolled the dice for the buzzard would go around, and sometimes it would swoop and grab your character. So yeah, that was definitely a 90s game. I had that one.
No, I didn't have it. My number 2 is Simon.
Okay, I never owned the Simon and never played it.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
I probably would have been really bad at that as a kid.
No, that game was fun. Simon's.
And you actually have one too.
I have 2, bro.
Okay.
So what's your number 1?
My number 1, you probably never heard of it. The Great Grape Escape.
I've actually heard the game, but I don't remember what the game. But I've heard it.
You had clay figures of grapes with little feet, and you had to go around, the board or whatever. And there were certain parts where it was trapped. If you landed on a trap, it would roll you over, and you'd be flattened out, or a shoe would come down on you and squish your character. Again, I didn't have that, but my cousin did. She had all the cool
your cousin had everything.
She had everything. But yeah, that was my favorite game as a kid, the Great Grape Escape. And it was really because you got these clay characters that just get squished and stuff like that. And it's kind of like Mousetrap, but there's different sections that have different traps.
Yeah, never got the opportunity to play that. My number 1 is Chinese Checkers.
Oh my, Chinese Checkers number 1?
Yeah, bro. I remember playing that with my aunt and my parents all the time. Chinese Checkers.
Okay, I know what it is, but
that was a game we played all the time. So that's like my favorite one.
Okay, so it has more nostalgic value.
Claro.
And feeling behind it. Okay.
But I can remember other ones like Battleship was fun. I don't know if you remember playing Battleship.
I remember playing Battleship.
That was fun. I remember playing Brica.
What's Brica?
La Carta Española.
Oh, I never played that ever.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember playing a lot of Candyland with my sisters too.
I remember Candyland. I remember Crossfire.
Yeah, I remember Crossfire.
And that had that commercial running for like 20 years.
Wow.
The same commercial. Crossfire. You get caught up in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that commercial ran forever and never changed. It was the same commercial. From the 80s all the way into the 90s until the early 2000s. It was the same damn commercial.
Yeah, there was a lot of good games. I remember, like I said, Jenga. It was a popular game from back in the day. I mean, if you guys have any put them down on the comments below.
Jenga, Uno was always a great game.
So Uno y Brica is kind of the same, not the same thing, but the card games. Uno, Brica. That's all that I can come up with right now. But I remember Jumanji. That's crazy. We didn't put Jumanji. I remember playing Jumanji.
I don't remember playing Jumanji.
I remember playing Jumanji in Puerto
the
Rico.
Board game?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Monopoly,
yes. What's one game you hated? The wackest board game that people had in the cupboard.
Yeah, I forgot one more. Connect 4.
No, that was fun.
No. I'm talking about like not the one that I hated, but I'm talking about a game that we forgot was
Oh yeah, Connect Four.
Connect Four. A game that I hated.
One game that people had in their list of board games that that they owned that sucked for me that I hated was Scrabble. Such a boring game.
See.
As a kid, horrible. I don't want to spell.
Scrabble. Yeah.
I don't want to go back to school. Pictionary was fun.
Pictionary what? I can't think of any games, board games.
I never played Life.
See, that was fun.
I never got to. I
That
never
was
really
fun.
played Monopoly, yes, and Clue.
I don't have any memory of playing Clue.
Oh, that was a fun game.
Monopoly. I read a few times. I remember I think it had like a little dog, un perrito.
Yeah, and the hat. And
Yeah, I
throughout the
remember
years,
that.
they've changed the pieces. Another topic we can talk about is top 50. No, top 5. Sorry, top 5.
50. Damn.
90's sitcoms.
Okay, you go again from 5 from worst to
From number
best.
5 to number 1.
Okay, you go with your number 5.
Okay, so my number 5. Wait, I have more than 5. 3. Damn, I got 6. All right, I'm gonna take this one out. Okay, so number 5, I would say Boy Meets World.
That was a good one. Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World, and that lasted
Topanga.
a long time, yeah. And everyone had a crush on Topanga.
Topanga.
And everyone had a crush on Kimberly from Power Rangers.
La Rosita.
Yep, the Pink Ranger. Yep. But number 5 for me was Boy Meets World.
Number 5 for me was Alf.
I wasn't allowed to watch Alf.
There was nothing wrong.
Because supposedly it was like some evil entity or magical creature. Yeah.
All he wanted to do was eat cats.
I wasn't allowed to watch that. And I wasn't allowed to watch Smurfs. So I don't know nothing about Smurfs.
Jesus.
Because they were little blue demons.
So we'll get to that into the cartoon one. But now we know you didn't watch Smurfs. Okay,
Nope.
so
number 4, Full House.
Great show. I watched that every Friday with my sisters.
Full House is my number 4. Yeah, and right after Full House or before it, I remember watching
Perfect Strangers. It was before. If you watched it, it was Perfect Strangers, Full House, Family Matters, and then it was.
I remember America's Funniest Videos playing either.
That's on Sundays. That was on Sundays, but they also had it on Fridays.
Okay.
So on Friday was Family Matters with Full House and some other.
You know, that's a show like that. America's Funniest Home Videos. That's obsolete nowadays because you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, and you see all the videos there.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they had it on TV, you would have seen that clip years ago. All right, so that's number 4. What's your 4?
My 4 was Dinosaur.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good show.
That was my number 4. I remember watching that every Friday. Actually, that was on before Full House.
Do you remember how the show ended? The last episode?
I remember it was a storm. But I don't know if they died off or not. But I remember they were like all sad because it was,
because the comet was going to come.
The comet was
supposed to. A lot of people remember seeing the comet come and just.
I could have sworn I saw the comet.
Yeah, it never happened.
But it never.
But everyone swears they saw it, but they never happened.
Look, I remember they were watching and it was the news and they were all there and the baby was scared. I forgot the baby's name, but anyways, he was
baby. Wasn't a baby?
Huh? Okay, it probably was, but I don't know.
I think it was.
I don't remember.
Might be wrong.
But I remember, yeah, they were looking out the window. That's just my memory of that show.
So that was number 4?
Yeah, that was my number 3.
Okay, so I said Boys World, Full House.
Oh, perdón, yeah, then
that's
I guess
4.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Now we're going to number 3.
So my number 3 is dang, okay. It's hard. It's really hard, but I'm between two of them. So I'm between. Okay, I'm
You
just
gotta
gonna
say
say.
one.
I gotta say one. Oh my god. Okay. Fresh Prince of Bel Air, number 3. Great show, yeah. For a lot of people, that can be number 1.
Yeah.
But I remember more another show as a younger kid watching it because Fresh Prince, I was already a little older.
I watched a lot of Fresh Prince. A lot. I will have to say my number 3 was the Wonder Years.
Okay. I never really watched Wonder Years because it never caught my attention as a kid.
Oh, that show was amazing.
I know a lot of people love that show, but to me, it wasn't like, I don't know. Maybe I was just too young at the time.
Yeah, positive. You're what, 39?
I'm 39.
I'm 44, so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably was a little
Yeah.
too young. So my number 2 is dang, bro.
I can go first then if anything.
Go ahead,
First up.
go to number 2.
My number 2 is Saved by the Bell.
That's where I'm at.
My number 2 is Saved by the Bell.
That's mine too. That's where I'm at. I'm like tied there with the other one.
Yeah, that's Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, man, that was a great show.
Amazing.
Yeah, it never failed.
You know, it's funny. I watched that show and I remember that was like the realest fight when Shaq fought AZ. That looked like choreographed, realistic, bro.
Because that pushed it to the locker.
He just
was hard.
And that wrestling move he Slater did, realistic.
But every time that man just always did his ballet shit.
Oh yeah.
But also Zach coming out with his cell phone. When he pulled out a cell phone, bro, that thing was like
yeah.
But that was a really good show.
Extremely good show. So now, what's your number 1?
My number 1, I think, would be Family Matters with Steve Urkel. Yeah, man. Because I remember seeing that show when he was like little young Steve all the way to like grown up. Yeah, but that was
that was a good show. That was a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have it for my number.
And it had a lot of really good topics. Just like Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Like real meaningful topics that taught you a lesson and stuff like that. But yeah, Family Matters was one of those top.
It was definitely really good. But for me, I put actually Martin as my number 1.
Okay. Thing with Martin is you were watching a show that was out of your age group.
No, because when I started watching Martin, I was already in middle school.
Okay.
So for me, that was what was on at 8:00. So after The Simpsons for me was Simpsons 7:30, 8:00 was Martin.
Okay.
So that's why I put it, because I'm trying to put it like
I mean, it definitely is a hilarious show.
It was funny.
And then when you see clips of it nowadays,
it's still funny.
It's still funny.
It's still funny. Like they have it on TV, and sometimes I'll watch it and I'll be laughing. Like, yeah, I remember this. And I remember they used to give it every Thursday at 8:00. They used to give that.
Honorable mention: Married with Children.
But
it wasn't a show that I really got to see a lot. But if I did see it, was really because it was like one of those raunchy and naughty shows, and they always had like good-looking women on it. And as a kid, he's like, "Oh shit!"
Married with Children. Yeah. What other show? Married with Children. I remember Perfect Strangers.
I don't even know what that is.
It was on the TGIF, which was Full House. I think it was Step by Step was the show too. That was on like all these. No, was that Full House? The theme song. It was something Step by Step. One of those songs. It was one of those shows. Whatever.
No, I don't know. Do you remember what the cast looked like or anything?
No, I remember that the Perfect Stranger was Balky. His name was Balky, and I forgot the name of the other dude. But I know 100% it was on that TGI Friday, and it will be before Full House. It's called Perfect Stranger.
Another honorable mention, Reading Rainbow.
Okay, that's for like, but that's going like to like infant. If you were to go to
I
that,
think that's 80s, 90s.
yeah, okay.
90s sitcom.
Perfect Strangers.
Well, you know what? It's not
I
a
mean,
sitcom. You're right. It's not a sitcom.
That's like me saying Zoobly Zoo.
Yeah, it's not a sitcom. But yeah, shows. All now, like moving on to shows like
You can say Friends.
Friends is a
If
sitcom.
it will go,
Yeah.
and that was in the 90s. So
Yeah, that was in the 90s. But damn, Reading Rainbow. But I think all these shows that we have here did not require you to have cable.
no, because ABC and Fox that I can remember.
And if you really had nothing, you had PBS Kids.
PBS Kids, which was Zoobly Zoo, Reading Rainbow, Sesame Street. El que pintaba.
Was Dennis the Menace on there? Clifford?
No, Clifford was there. Arthur.
But I never really got to see Arthur.
Carmen Sandiego was there. Everybody had a.
Was there a show with kids, Zoom?
I don't remember that.
Something with a Z.
Zoobly Zoo. That was what I was trying to tell you.
No, it was something else.
With his, I don't know.
But yeah, Reading Rainbow was
A tier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, everything. What else? What Sesame Street? I already said Sesame Street. There was another one that was really big.
I remember one with puppets. Not Fragile Rock.
No. But yeah, all this was if you're gonna go based on that, Pee-wee.
Dang, yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I had the doll.
That was the best intro.
Man. Yeah.
The intro was
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Mecca lecca high, mecca hiney ho.
Mecca lecca high, mecca hiney ho. Mecca lecca high, mecca hiney ho.
Dang, I remember that show.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That was actually one of my first Christmas gifts was the Pee-wee Herman doll in New Jersey.
Oh no.
The pull string.
I remember watching the movie and he had everything, bro. His breakfast was the breakfast
scene
that everybody wanted, and he just took 3 bites y botaba todo.
And the bicycle.
Yeah.
And yo, you know that's funny. There's certain things in movies that you like. Damn, I wish I had that. Like, for example, Home Alone has the scene where Kevin goes into his brother's room and opens up the chest. He has a chest in his room. It has a whole bunch of like unopened baseball cards.
Oh, the Topps card, yeah.
And you're like, damn, I wish I could just dig in there and just grab
all that. I remember the one thing that he had that I was wanting was the cheese pizza. All to yourself, nice and warm.
Yeah, but the ultimate cheese pizza and cheese pull comes from the Goofy movie.
You, man. Whatever made you think your dad would fall for a stupid idea like that?
It wasn't stupid.
Come on.
Oh, no, there's 2. The Goofy movie and the Ninja Turtles, bro.
I don't remember the Ninja Turtles. Because I probably saw it once as a kid and that was it.
Bro, there was a scene in that que estaba jalando la
for a mile long.
La pizza se la pasó Miguel Ángelo a todos ellos.
I remember something on TV that is not a show or anything. You never remember Girls Gone Wild?
Actually, I do remember.
The infomercials for like buying their VHS.
No,
it'd be like Mardi Gras, like out in like Cancun or something. And they'd be like showing the girls topless. They would obviously blur it out.
I remember that, but I remember that like when I used to DJ in the clubs, they were actually you would play that and the video would come up and it was like Girls Gone Wild. But
Oh, okay.
but I don't remember like the actual commercial for the Girls Gone Wild.
Oh no, yeah, it was like commercials late at night, especially like, they would have the commercials like, oh, the Love Romantic CD Volume 26 with songs by, remember that they would have a whole list of songs.
No, but I do
So,
remember
like selling the CDs.
No, but I do
Call 1-800 now. You get a free gift.
No, but I do remember the. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can find it for the next episode to show the reggaeton. It's called Reggaeton Gone Wild, and I will hit play. Yeah, it was hit play, and it was just a whole bunch, and I will play that during the club, and it will be mixing, but it had the actual videos of that. That's just my only recollection I have of the what is it? Girls Gone Wild.
Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, I guess they took that idea from Girls Gone Wild and just put Reggaeton Goes Wild. But yeah, I remember that.
Good times. It's not the same anymore.
No, not at all.
Not the same anymore.
Now you see that in TikTok for free.
Yeah.
Literally for free. And everybody doing 2020. You scroll up, Girls Gone Wild. Scroll up, Girls Gone Wild. Scroll up, Girls Gone Wild. See. Now it's not like before.
It's I saw something online that the average teenager today has seen more nude women than ancient kings.
Oh, that's crazy. Where you saw that at?
I saw a statistic, and it's true. It's all over the internet. Like, you can see naked women anytime you want.
That's crazy. More than kings?
More than ancient kings got to in their lifetime. That a teenager nowadays.
And those kings were savages back then, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So for that's a bold statement. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
And I kept thinking about that. I'm like, damn, that's so true. Like, the way things are nowadays.
More than, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
Mm-hmm.
But let us know if you have any opinions on our list.
Yeah, do you guys have any any ideas or anything like that? Leave in comments and we'll come up with lists and things like that.
Feel free to put your list on the sitcoms, your list of favorite board games and games you guys had with your family as a child. Feel free to participate all the time. Give us ideas. Tag us.
Yep. YouTune Live. Again, this is Lex Robin. We'll be seeing you guys again shortly.
Adios.
Right, guys. Take care. Have a great day.